Hi everyone, this month holds a lot of changes in the sky, so let's get started. And the new moon is on the 5th of April. And this month the new moon will be in the sign of Pisces, your 10th house, in the nakshatra of Revati. And this new moon will start a monthly cycle where your career is more on the spotlight until the next new moon. And it may be a good time for your career as long as you keep grounded and your emotions in check, as this is an extremely watery sign and the moon is dark. So you could be traveling for work and be out in the public more frequently during this moon cycle. And Jupiter turns retrograde on the 11th of April in the nakshatra of Mula. So Jupiter has been transiting the Gandanta point in Sagittarius since the 30th of March, and it will be retrograde until August. So you may feel that this is a transformative period where you are optimistic about new changes but find hard to have stability. And Jupiter will start to retrograde in Mula Nakshatra and will be there until the end of the month, and this may bring light to the roots of your relationships and make you reflect about the higher purpose of your relationships. So you may find that relationships from the past resurface, at least in your mind, in order to review and see them through a different perspective. So it could be a time where your relationships require more patience and humbleness on your part. And on the 12th of April, Mercury goes back to Pisces. So Mercury re-enters Pisces after being there and going retrograde into Aquarius and going back into Pisces again. And Mercury will be transiting your 10th house, and it's debilitated there, in the sign of Pisces, of course. So, however, this isn't a good time to deal with details, as Mercury is confused here with emotions. So your leadership ability may suffer a bit this month, as your ability to speak, to think is debilitated at this time, and you are on the public eye. So review any work-related subjects before presenting them to avoid any sorts of problems. Mercury is your first house lord and is debilitated, which may present you under a not so favorable light at this time. But if you put extra effort, these hurdles may be diminished. So Sun will go into Aries on the 14th of April and is exalted there. And during this transit, your gains may increase since the Sun is exalted in your 11th house. There could be gains from government sources or higher-ups at your work. And this may be a time where you feel the need to attend public events and you may shine there. Traveling may bring gains as well. And you may find that your ability to influence large groups of people is higher at this time. However, you may need to take care not to become arrogant and overindulge in your desires at this time. Venus goes to Pisces on the 16th of April and is exalted there. And your public appeal will be amplified at this time, as Venus is exalted in your 10th house. But be careful to not overdo in your enjoyment, as this is happening in your house of career and of spotlight as well. And the natural zodiac's 10th house is ruled by Saturn, which enjoys rules and discipline. So people will see you as more playful at this time. But on the other hand, Venus in Pisces will make you feel more optimistic and feeling that life is worth living. It's also a good time for religious practices, as Venus is the 12th house lord and is exalted on the 12th house of the natural zodiac Pisces, because it gives moksha through devotion, through love. And there will be the full moon on the 19th of April. And this month the full moon will take place on your 5th house Libra in the nakshatra of Chitra. And it may be a good time to start to plan new projects as well. And it will be a good time for creative activities. You may need to concentrate more on your work at this time, as your mind is too focused on fun and creativity. Jupiter goes back into Scorpio on the 23rd of April, and Jupiter re-enters your 6th house, the sign of Scorpio, but now in retrograde mode. And Jupiter retrograde in Scorpio will make you reflect about the changes that he has been making you do for the last months since it entered in Scorpio in October 2018. And this can be a time where you find more obstacles and jealousy from others. It may be a time where you experience delays in your daily work life. It would be wise to focus on improving your health and be more reserved when dealing with competitors. And Saturn goes retrograde on the 30th of April in the nakshatra of Purvashada. Now it's time for Saturn to go retrograde as well, and it will be retrograde until the 18th of September 2019. This is a time for reflection where Saturn will be reviewing the changes done in the past months since he entered in Purvashada. You may feel that your relationships, either in business or personal life, are being under pressure and experiencing delays as Saturn is going back to allow you to review them, to see if they are serving your dharma, your life purpose. You may feel more anger at this time, especially in business and love partnerships, so it may be required patience and effort to make things work. So that's it for this month, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.